Hey, Marvin.
Huh? Oh, hey. What's up, Gidium? How's it going?
I'm good, man. I didn't expect to see you here.
Didn't expect to see you here either. What brings you here to Little Talbot Island?
I just wanted to get out of the house. What about you?
Same here, man. Just wanted to get my head out. Say, you want to go for a walk with me on the beach?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Let's go.
Man, that was a long walk.
I know. We can sit down if you want.
Sure. never knew the sound of the wind and waves could be so soothing. Do you come here very often?
Yes, I do. Especially whenever I'm feeling negative. I come here and let my negative feelings out. Hearing the sound of the wind and the ocean waves calms my nerves.
Good to hear. Say, I've been checking out your channel lately, and I noticed you haven't been showing your face on camera these last couple of months. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good.
I don't think so. I saw one thumbnail of you looking upset. What's been bothering you lately? You can tell me.
So basically, the last 6 months have been rough for me. It all started with me quitting UPS. I won't go into details because I made a video talking about my time there. Why I quit was because I got burned out.
Okay. How long were you at UPS, and what did you do there?
I was at UPS for 7 years, and I did a bunch of tasks there, from unloading and loading trucks, sorting packages, labeling packages. I did a lot there. And ever since then, things went downhill for me. I've been struggling to find work. I got evicted from my apartment. I lost myself. All these things took its toll on me mentally, and I got to a point where I just wanted to end it all.
What do you mean by ended it all?
I wanted to commit suicide
Whoa, why would you want to do that?
because I was ashamed and I didn't want to be homeless like my dad.
How were you planning to kill yourself?
I was planning to go to a store and buy a can of gasoline and matches, drive to an area where there's nobody around, and I would douse myself in gasoline and light myself on fire. That was my plan.
So what stopped you from going along with your plan?
The landlord saw my note on the front door and called the police, and he took me to a mental health facility where I stayed there for 4 days.
What did you write in the note?
It was me saying, God has opened the final exit door for me. Basically, it was one of my suicide notes. There's another one where I wrote where I apologized to my family for being a disappointment, and they would be better off without me.
Did you tell anybody what you were going through at that time?
No,
You didn't tell anybody?
no,
Why?
because again, I was ashamed and embarrassed, and I thought I could fight this eviction case by myself. And believe me, I tried.
I believe you, but how were you able to fight this without a job?
The only source of work I could find was Staff Zone.
What's Staff Zone?
It's a temporary staffing agency where people go for temporary work. The way it works is you have to be there by 5 o'clock in the morning to get on a ticket. They send you out on a construction site where you do your assigned task, whether it's general labor or skilled labor. General labor is assisting construction crews with various tasks to keep the construction sites running. Skilled labor is positions that require specialized skills such as carpentry, electrical, or plumbing.
Do you still go to Staff Zone?
I don't. I stopped going there because, and I'll say it, I got tired of getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I got tired of cleaning up after other construction workers. But the biggest reason why I stopped going to the labor pool is because there was a guy that went there, suffered a brain aneurysm on the construction site, and he died shortly after that.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Were you on the site with him when it happened?
no, I was on a different site.
I'm sorry to hear that. So it was that moment where you decided, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I didn't want that to happen to me.
So where do you stay now, and what do you do now to make money?
After I lost my apartment, I called my uncle and his wife and asked them could I stay at their house temporarily. They offered me a room, and I'm grateful for that because I thought in my mind I had nowhere to go. I didn't want to move back in with my mom and my stepdad because even though me and my stepdad are on good terms now, I feel like we're just gonna argue and butt heads. And for some reason, he got it in his head that I still have a grudge against him, which I don't. I love him now, but I'm at a point where I don't need any more negativity in my life. And I hope he understands that. I didn't want to move in with my brother and his girlfriend because they just had a son, and I didn't want to be a burden on their shoulders. I definitely did not want to move back in with my grandmother after what her daughter, my aunt, did to me.
Wait, what did she do to you?
She lied to me, manipulated me, and stole from me.
Are you kidding me?
No, dude,
Why would she steal from her own nephew?
because that's who she is. And it's also because I was able to get my life together and get my own place, and she couldn't. So she wanted to take my happiness and peace of mind away from me. And looking back now, I blame myself for that because I never imagined my own aunt would treat me like that. I've always been loving, kind, and compassionate to her when she didn't deserve it. But if she can treat her sister, her son, and her mother like crap, she'll do it to me. And that's what happened. So I had to cut her out of my life. And that's why I don't visit my grandmother or call her and talk to her on the phone, because I don't want to deal with her daughter.
That's messed up, man.
I know. And I had to accept the fact that even family members can be your worst enemy. But to answer the other question, I'm a DoorDash delivery driver now. And the way it works is the customer will call the restaurant to place their order. I go to that restaurant to get their food and deliver it to the customer.
How much does it pay?
It depends on how far the customer lives from the restaurant, but my goal every day when I'm door dashing is to make $100 or more. So that's been my main source of income right now.
That's good. Have you ever thought about going to college?
Yes, and I decided not to because, and I'll say it, I didn't want to waste 4 years of my life and my money getting a degree in something that I'm not passionate about, or I end up in debt, or I can't find work. I know because my younger brother is going through the same thing. He went to school for HVAC, and even he's struggling to find work.
Well, I will say this. I'm glad you're still here, because you still got a whole life ahead of you. And I've been looking at the comments on some of your videos, and from my understanding, people like your videos. So keep doing YouTube. Also, you should find a community of men that deal with the same problems you went through. And I say men because, and this is not a knock on women, but the struggles of women are different from the struggles of men. You can't open up to a woman who doesn't face the issues men do. Find a group of men that you can build a community with. Last thing, you gotta cut off people that are gonna be a disturbance to your peace and happiness.
I appreciate those kind words and the advice. And it makes me feel good that people like my content. If it makes one person happy, I'm good with that. So what are your plans for this weekend?
I don't know, man. You?
Probably nothing. But anyways, Gideon, it's been nice hanging out with you.
Anytime, Marvin. If you ever want to hang out or talk, I'm here.
Thanks. You ready to go?
Yep.